All right, so we're back for another deep dive.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
today we're going to be looking at that
Done.
Boxing Day clash, right? Newcastle, St. James Park, taking on Aston Villa.
Huge game.
Big game.
Yeah.
Villa coming off of a win against Man City.
Huge. Yeah.
But Newcastle at home, historically,
Yeah, they always
very strong against them.
do well there.
So when you were watching this one, what were you thinking?
I mean, right off the bat, you could
Okay.
see Newcastle was just, they were on it.
Yeah.
You know, they were really,
They were setting the tone right away.
yeah, right away.
I mean, what, 2 minutes in?
Yeah.
Gordon puts one on the back of the net?
Absolutely. And I mean,
Pinpoint
such a
shot.
beautiful goal, too. Like that curl into the far corner.
Oh, yeah.
Textbook.
Yeah.
You know, you couldn't ask for a better start.
Villa did have some chances, right? Like Dini's free kick.
Yeah, they had a few moments, but never really able to.
They couldn't really get a foothold.
Yeah. Newcastle just kept the pressure on.
And then we had that. That was a huge turning point, I think, in the match.
Yeah.
Durán and Schär go in for a challenge and
Yeah, straight red for Durán.
straight red, yeah.
Yeah.
And, I mean,
What'd you think of the call?
it was a tough one,
Yeah.
but, you know, that follow-through,
Yeah.
that was dangerous.
Yeah.
And I think, I mean, at that point, Villa's game plan has to completely change.
Absolutely. Yeah.
You know, suddenly you're down to 10 men. It's
Uphill battle.
it's damage control at that point.
And Newcastle just kept, I mean, even more relentless in that second half.
Oh, they didn't let up at all.
Isak gets the tap in right after that.
Yep.
Beautiful play from Murphy.
Murphy was fantastic all game.
He really was, wasn't he?
So dangerous down that right flank.
What was he?
Almost had a goal himself, hit the crossbar.
Yeah.
He was causing problems all day long.
What do you think he was seeing in that Villa defense that was letting him exploit that space? Well, they were sitting really deep, right, trying to protect that lead. And
Yeah.
and I think, you know, with Newcastle's quick passing, they were able to open up those channels.
Yeah.
And Murphy's pace, you know, his directness,
So dangerous.
he was just too much for them to handle.
Yeah.
And it's something we've been seeing a lot this season, you know? These
Yeah.
quick wingers, teams that are sitting deep, are having a real hard time dealing with them.
Of course. And we had the VAR come into play a couple of times too, right?
Yeah, a couple of disallowed goals there.
One for Isak, one for Guimarães.
Yeah, and I mean, it's VAR is always going to be a talking point, right? Sometimes it feels like it disrupts the flow of the game a little,
It definitely does.
but it's there for a reason, you know,
Right.
trying to get the calls right.
Absolutely.
But it's definitely something that can, you know.
It takes you out of the moment for a bit.
Yeah, for sure.
And then, I mean, the icing on the cake, really.
Yeah, for sure.
That Joelinton goal in stoppage time.
Beautiful goal. Yeah.
A beautiful goal, just to really put an exclamation point on that dominant performance.
Yeah, it really showed. I mean, they were up by a decent margin at that point, but they never let up.
No.
That intensity, that desire to keep attacking.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a hallmark of a top team right there.
So, I mean, you see a performance like that from Newcastle, and you got to think, are they contenders?
Yeah, I think you have to, you know, they've got the talent,
Yeah.
got the tactics.
Yeah.
The question is, can they maintain this?
Consistency.
Yeah, over the course of a season.
And can they, I mean, they were dominant against Villa,
Mm-hmm.
but can they bring that same
Right, against the other top teams.
against the other top teams?
Yeah, that's what we need to see.
That's what we need to see.
But I think, you know, if they can, then they're definitely in the conversation.
All right, well, I think we'll have to wait and see how the rest of the season plays out.
A lot of football left.
A lot of football left. But this was a statement game from Newcastle.
Oh, absolutely.
Aston Villa, they've got some things to figure out.
Yeah, a tough one for them,
Yeah.
for sure.
All right, well, that's our deep dive into Newcastle, Aston Villa.
It was a good one.
Thanks for joining us,
Thanks for having me.
and we'll catch you on the next one.
See ya.
See ya.
Bye.